Manchester United have had to deal with some pretty awful goalkeepers in our history in the Premier League. However, when we look back at some of the ones that we've had to withstand, we haven't had to withstand anybody worse than Onana. Now, we all know that Onana as a goalkeeper, from what we hear around the club, great person, really nice guy. However, being nice isn't what we've needed at Manchester United. What we've needed is a goalkeeper that can stand up and be accounted for and essentially have the support of the people who play in front of him. Now, we've looked over the past couple of seasons at a goalkeeper who has zero faith from the defence who are playing with him. We've seen him being many mistakes when it comes to Casemiro getting sent off against Galatasaray, to him dropping clanger after clanger after clanger. And this, for that reason, is why I think we are seeing this happen. And look at that straight away. So as you can see, we have got Fabrizio Romano, who today brought us the news that Trabzonspor have taken this guy off our hands. Now, there are plenty of reasons Manchester United fans can rejoice, and we can sit there and say, this manager has had enough. But I genuinely feel like with the start of the season that we have seen, with the results against Grimsby, which Onana was in goal for, but also the results in the Premier League where we have seen 1 win, 1 draw and 1 loss. All of these have the same contributing factors, and that is that the goalkeeper just isn't good enough. Now, we are now seeing a world where this guy says, bye-bye, and then we bring in this guy here. And look, there is a lot of question marks. Is Lammens, Lemmy, as we've taken to calling him at Dan United, is this guy the man that's going to take us forward in the goalkeeping department? Now, if you listen to Rio Ferdinand, who seems to have a lot to say about what goes on behind the scenes at Manchester United, pretty much the biggest in the know out there in the football industry, he has apparently had conversations with Courtois, who has said this guy is going to be an incredible keeper. Now, what I will say about this is Manchester United, whether they like it or whether they lump it, have a decision to make when it comes to Manchester City. Do they start with Bayindir, who has started all of the Premier League games, or do they go for it and put this guy in? Now, this guy at 23 years old, we know the stats don't lie. He is one of the highly rated goalkeepers, not just in Europe, but it is age group across the world. We know that people have said about how good he is coming for crosses, his defensive capabilities when it comes to playing out from the back. Now, what I would say is Manchester United find themselves at a crossroads here. If we put this guy in goal and it goes pear-shaped, well, then we know we have another young goalkeeper here whose career is completely in the mud before he's even started. It's a big decision. Ruben Amorim has a lot to make about this. But one thing is for sure, Onana's time at Manchester United thankfully is over and we can move on. What I want to know from you guys in the chat, and put it in the comments below, is do you back this goalkeeper as the one to take Manchester United forward? We have, of course, got Vitek, who will come back off loan from Bristol City next season, who has had a decent season so far. But let's not forget, it is still young. This season is still within its infancy. There's a lot of games to be played, but in an ideal world, these two goalkeepers, Vitek, Lammens, Lemmy, will have great seasons and will be a couple of goalkeepers who are fighting for that jersey for years to come. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button and the bell notification. Dan United, Ota!